Hello everyone, we're back and this is round 4 of the Fort Wayne Regionals. We have Wesley Hollenberg against Jared Wojtala.
Yes, and we see something very interesting from the start. We see a good old carving with safeguard.
Yep. Now we seem to have a Niveltal matchup against Carbink Zygarde. So we will have to see how Carbink's ability comes into play and Yveltal's resistance to fighting as well.
Yeah, that's very true. Early game, he's got the Carbink, he got the Carbink break, you can start powering up Pokemon, but as soon as that guard comes down, the safeguard, it's not good anymore. So
no longer works. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
but do you imagine a scenario where you Lysander Zygarde EX and you lock it up there with the Fright Knight Yveltal, so maybe Garbodor, I don't know, because we'll find out.
It'd be interesting because I wonder if he plays a Power Memory. That's going to be the big question.
Yeah.
If he plays Power Memory, or if he gets multiple strong on a Zygarde, you can just start one-shotting a Yveltal break. But Fright Knight Yveltal, but we see Jared did go for the Yveltal EX instead. So, yeah.
I mean, going for a big Yveltal EX like you do against Greninja or things like that seems to be a very viable strategy here.
Yep. So he does have a max elixir and a DC, so it's going to be interesting to see where does this dark end. He has got multiple darks, and he is going to go on that Yveltal EX, so he's going to opt not to go with a Fright Knight play.
Yep.
So, you think the Fright Knight would be better because you can Pitch Black Spirit, hit the bench for 60 if he puts down an EX. That's the key thing, though.
Yeah. Guess Jared wants to rely on Garb to hit through the Carbinks and make sure he takes prizes that way.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe Wesley has a bad hand and can't get set up, and maybe Jared take a quick victory if he gets that Garb out turn 2.
Now, I think I just saw Wesley top deck the Power Memory.
Okay.
So we find out he does play it, but he immediately plays an end, so his hand was definitely not too good. Both players will shuffle their hands into the deck and drop a brand new 6 cards.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to, does Wesley find another Pokemon? If not, this could be game.
This could be game.
But Jared would then have to hit some cards, but not too many.
Not too many.
Yeah.
And having a supporter available, 6 brand new cards, is not out of the question, that's for sure.
But we see Wesley does have an Ultra Ball. So he's not going to get knocked out this turn. And a Hand Stammer. Wow. Okay.
So Wesley recovering here, and I was able to see what Jared got off of the N, and he actually drew 4 Darkness and a DCE. So not a great start for Jared after that N.
No. Well, at least he does have the option of Sky Return if he wants to.
Yeah.
So
okay.
He does have a Garbodor as well. So it's something, but
no tool card.
That's a lot of stuff in there. That's
Yeah.
a lot of darks.
And losing that DCE means you probably won't get an attack off besides the Sky Return, and even that won't damage the Carbink.
Yeah, and we see that he does opt to get another Carbink out with this Ultra Ball, so it looks like he does want to get multiple Carbinks out in play. And then maybe start cleaning up with his Zygarde EX?
Yeah, I mean, Wesley doesn't know Jared drew so bad off of that end.
Yep.
But it's interesting that he doesn't immediately go for the Zygarde EX.
Yeah, that's something I'd go for too. But we see Garbodor, we see an Yveltal. We're going to see a Sky Return for nothing because of Safeguard.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Wesley's turn. And Wesley, I wonder what kind of supporter card he has, or if he has any at all. But he does have a Sycamore.
Yep.
And it looks like he discarded
a Faded Town?
Oh, Faded Town, okay. See, I'm glad you played Greninja because I would have not known what that card was.
Faded Town and Olympia. So Olympia will help with the whole lock scenario with Fright Knight Yveltal.
Yeah, that is true.
And we do see a Zygarde, so we might actually see that getting powered up, and he even has an Ultra Ball to discard the energy, find the break, and potentially get them back immediately.
Oh my goodness, so yeah, he can Ultra Ball, discard double strong, but he's gonna... He's gonna Zygarde and strong energy, because you think you would Ultra Ball discard double strong for the Carbink break?
Yeah.
To start accelerating energies.
So Wesley playing very defensively here.
Yeah.
Maybe his Carbink's break are prized?
Yeah, maybe. But we see with Jared, I don't think he hit anything off the Shaman that we saw, but we see Flowstone coming down to the Garbodor, shutting down the safeguards, and we're just going to pass onto Wesley's turn. All right.
Okay, so now both players playing pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little bit hard to keep up with
It's
that.
like it's like turn 4 or something like they're
Yeah.
flying right now.
But just as Jared was trying to go for a big Yveltal EX, Wesley will try to go for an aggressive approach with Zygarde.
Yeah. So Zygarde's going to hit for 60, plus the strong for 80, plus the fighting throat for 90.
Yep.
Because that Garb is in play, so it does have the Fluster on it.
Yeah.
So, and also since the Garb's in play, Jared can't do the whole like Lysander trying to stall Zygarde.
Yeah,
If they don't play
exactly.
Fluster. Yeah. So.
It's 70 damage only
Oh,
because
70
of
because resistance. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All the Yveltals do have fighting resistance, so definitely Wesley has to take that into account, and he himself corrected the damage on Jared's Pokemon.
Wesley's like, I got you.
He knows. He'll be very aware, and he probably won't misplay in regards to that, because it might happen where you think you have a KO and then you forget your resistance and you end up coming up short.
So, yeah, we're going to see VS Seeker coming out the Trainer's Mill, and DCE, he's going to VS Seeker for probably, a Lysander.
Yeah.
Bring it to Carping and hit it for 60. Now, I think it has 70 HP. I'm pretty sure Carping has 70. So I'm going to hit it for 70, or 60, and hit the bench Zygarde for 60 as well.
Yeah, and that's the best use of your damage, because if he had not done that, he would have only dealt 60 damage, because the bench damage only applies if you select an EX Pokemon.
Yeah. So we're going to see a retreat with the strong energy, send it to Zygarde, and use its second attack, Cellstorm, to 60 and heal 30.
Yep, so
To
you
knock
got a
it out.
KO,
Well, let's see.
and Zygarde's looking very good there. Very, very good.
It's a tank right now, that's for sure.
Yep.
I don't think this Evital could get a knockout, especially since he already attached a Dart to the Evital EX.
Yeah, but
So.
Jared can't do it KO the Zygarde, and Wesley will have to commit another energy to have a shot at to it KOing, but then the Yveltal EX just cleans up the Zygarde, and Wesley doesn't have too much after that.
Yeah, and he's already committed the Fighting Fear Belt, so there's no way he can even do that power memory play that we're talking about. So
Yeah.
he's not going to be one-shot as Evital EX as well. So, but we see him Maxos. They're going to attach a Dart to that Dart Evital, but that's still... that Zygarde has 230 HP.
Yeah. Yeah, Yveltal EX will not be able to one KO that. So maybe he did consider changing his Max Elixir target. But for now, he's content with that. He'll be dealing 130 damage to
Yep.
Zygarde.
Yep.
So no matter how much Zygarde heals himself, Jared should be able to 2-hit KO the Zygarde.
So he's actually going to go for a Y Cyclone here, which is,
Okay.
I guess, is fine. Because I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you still take a knockout if he Eva Balls next turn?
He should, but now's when the Olympia might come into play. The Pokemon Center Lady potential, if he does play that. And by using Y Cyclone, maybe he regrets the fact that he chose Max Elixir as Zygarde.
Yeah, so we're going to see a Cellstorm for 70 and not do anything else. No supporter card, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see a Dark to the active, and I don't even know. This damage is weird. So let's see. Zygarde has
130
has
exactly,
30.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus the 100 Zygarde already has, that's a clean 2-hit KO, and Wesley's down to 2 Carpinks and in a lot of trouble right now.
Especially if Wesley does have a dead hand. Like we said, he didn't play anything last turn. He just Cellstorm, and that's how we're going to do this turn. And like Pablo said earlier, he could have multiple Carving breaks priced. Because we saw him Ultra Ball not going out earlier. So
Yeah, like you would have usually expected Wesley to try to power up Zygarde through Carpink and deal some damage that way. But Jared does get the KO with Evil Ball, draws his 2 prizes, and it's now up to Wesley to make something happen here.
yeah, so he has a really large hand, but it's hard to say what's in there.
Yeah. Besides the strong he top deck just now, we actually don't know what else he does. Wow, he just passes.
Who is not looking good for Wesley right now. That Garbodor in play, just making our Evital gets to take knockout. We see a Y Cyclone knocking it out. And on to Wesley, let's see what does he top deck. Does he get a supporter card? And I don't think that was a supporter card.
Okay, it's another
Carbink. All right,
so an extra turn, but in this position, you really have to think, what can you top deck that will actually help you in this situation?
Yeah.
And you might as well just save time for the next few games.
Yeah.
You know?
Just end up just scooping. You gotta play 2 more games, and there's Carbink Break. It might be able to survive a turn, but at what cost?
At what cost,
yeah.
indeed.
He's got a shame, and it looks like he could put that down, but
with Garbiter in play,
yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Well, I'd say so that way he doesn't lose
Yeah.
automatically, kind of thing. Like he's not gonna be able to draw extra cards for sure.
Yeah. In this situation, if you're Wesley, you really should concede in order to save time for the next few games.
Yeah.
You have to find a better scenario, and if you want to actually win the round, which with his record, he currently has 27 points. A tie might help him, but a win would definitely put him in a solid position to make top 8 with 30 points.
So we see a DC being attached, knocking out the Carbink Break,
and
yeah, that's the game. So yeah, man, doing so well, and then it just all came crashing on Wesley's side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jared just takes the game very convincingly. Wesley's deck definitely didn't perform as he would have liked, and guess we'll see what happens in game 2.
Now, you talked about time earlier, but that game was like 12 minutes long?
12 minutes, yeah. Yeah, I guess saving time would have made it 10 minutes long instead of 12.
But they're playing at a fast pace.
Yeah.
Like, even my shove, look at he is going. They're going. So, I don't know if time is... It might be a factor. I'm not going to lie.
Like, if the game had been more even, I think we could have seen a solid 20-minute game, maybe.
Yep.
Trading KOs or like whilst you think about Lysandering, attaching energy, etc. So if that does happen on game 2 and Wesley does pull that off, then a game 3, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I think Jared's just playing like the straight Evital, no Darkrai variant for sure. So that's I guess it's a positive thing when you're playing against fighting. Like
yeah,
no
sure.
no weakness, we're good. We just have all resistance.
Yeah.
Gonna have -20 in everybody. So
yeah, Jared's deck looked really solid. But he drew that horrible hand off of the end, and he still managed to win very convincingly.
Yeah, when he Sky Returned and then started just drawing everything, that was a turning point. So, I guess the big question is, how is the Power Memory going to affect this game? If you get Power Memory to knock out Evital EX, it might make things interesting for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Now, the thing is, you can't just stack like energy onto Zygarde to maybe deal consecutive power memory attacks because of the fact that Evil Ball does get more powerful the more energy your opponent has. So
yeah, that's true. So I don't know. It's an interesting matchup for sure. I don't even know.
And Wesley does mulligan here, so Jared will get an extra card and will take the time to read power memory in order to make sure he's not surprised by that.
It does 200 with discard all energies. Or 3 fighting?
Three energy.
Yeah, 3
right?
energy, yeah. It's either 3 fighting or 3 energy.
Now, I generally don't remember. Does it apply weakness and resistance? Or does it ignore every effect like the old G booster for Genesect TX? That's a good question.
Well, even G booster could hit for weakness.
I don't think it did.
No, because you can do 400 damage to Suicune.
Really?
I only know because I did that multiple times.
So there we have it. Power memory is right there. You only deal 200 damage, so with resistance that would be 180.
Yeah.
And therefore, Fighting Fury belted Evil EX would actually survive the hit.
Yeah, but I mean, the strong energies can come into play as well. Those could easily start manipulating the damage. So.
And we do see a strong energy right there onto Zygarde. Looks like a solid start this time around for Wesley. This card's a strong, but he can recover those through Carbink.
Yeah. Carbink is just so strong. Just able to get any energy. Like, you can get strong, fighting, whatever you want. You're just good to go. That's a good thing with Carbink, so. We'll see Jared does start with the Trubbish, and he actually leads with it, which is very nice because you can do the Max Elixir, DCE, start pitch Black Spear turn 1.
It's very nice, but imagine a scenario where Jared doesn't find the Flowstone to retreat.
Yeah.
And Wesley is actually able to KO the Trubbish.
That is
then
true.
Safeguard on Carbink might actually be very important there.
Yeah, so we see he's going to end both players will get a new hand of 6. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this situation, would you have left with the Trubbish? I think I would, well, no matter what.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too. And also because you'd expect Wesley most of the time to start with carbing and start slowly powering up the side guards. But guess we'll see what happens. I mean, Jared should have another Trubbish as well, so maybe it's not that big a deal. I'm just thinking like worst case scenarios, I guess.
Yeah, and the good thing for Wesley right here is that he has the Zygarde in the active spot, so he can't like hit a Carbink and a Zygarde immediately. So
yeah,
I say that, then he draws into a Lysander, a DCE, and Floatstone, and so if he gets a Max Elixir, he can Lysander it up.
Yeah, Jared's hand is pretty ideal here. Yeah. He even has a Shaman right away.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. So it's looking really nice for Jared right now.
Yep.
All right, so let's see a pass on to Jared. Didn't really do anything else after that end for Wesley, so let's see what happens. Float, DCE, Fighting Fear Belted, which might seem confusing, but once that Garbodor comes in play, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, and he even gets a Garbodor already, so does he hit the Max Elixir?
Nope. I see an Ultra Ball, so he could...
Shaman once again?
Yeah, but do you want to waste that third bench spot on a Shaman? It's going to be the big question.
Yeah, because the blue side is the one that limits your bench to 3. So, but he's going to go with Jared. Jared's going to go for it.
So, I mean, what he could potentially do is just license the Carbink already and then Shaman for more. Just, it doesn't hurt either if Carbink's in the active. But we'll see what he decides to do here. He does have another DC in his hand, which is not helpful at all.
Yeah, he did discard the Lysander, but he had the Verseeker in his hand. And
nope. So no turn with Max Elixir. But like I said, he can license the Carbink up and just retreat, making it harder for Wesley to get this good turn one attack off.
And it's actually the only thing Jared could do because he has no other supporter, and he actually doesn't have too good a follow-up for next turn.
Oh, so he's going to send to the Shaman. Because he already has the Garbodor in hand. He already has the DC, so he can Sky Turn next turn. But I think I'd rather hit the bench. Like, I think I'm fine with letting my Zygarde get hit with the Diamond Gift.
Yeah. So. Now, we see an Ultra Ball. Wesley will probably find another Carbink. Oh no! Wow,
Zygarde.
That's a
Rumble Zygarde. Oh, buddy. So what he could do is Rumble, get somebody stuck in the active spot. Ooh, when I used to test Zygarde Vileplume, that was a very fun card to play. You can Rumble, make people can't retreat.
Rumble. Are we going to see a Rumble on stream, Josh?
It's good. It's good. I mean, if you can lock somebody up in the active spot. He put it down. I'm pretty sure that's what that boy is. We see Sycamore discarding a Switch and a Carbink. All right. So I would like Zygarde. I love some Rumbling.
Rumble takes 2 energy though, right?
Yeah, 2 energies. Yeah.
Oh, and we see
no. Sorry, Jared. I guess you're not next turn. Well, he does have a DC already, so.
Yeah.
So see a fighting energy. We're gonna see a Diamond Gift for 20. Actually, 0.
0, yeah. Resistance really coming into play. I'm sure Wesley would appreciate the damage piling up a little bit, even though he will probably Sky Return the Shaman.
Now, where do you put the strong energy? Go for the Zygarde.
He's going for the Rumble. You called it, man.
Oh, man.
Yveltal got a break. Cernia's got a break. Why did Zygarde not get a break card? Okay.
I don't know.
Jared does top the Ganon, so at least he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
But the Enhanced Hammer pretty much resets his board position. Unless he finds the Max Elixir and a Floatstone to retreat, or an Escape Rope potentially.
The Escape Rope would be not as ideal because you imagine Wesley was sitting that Zygarde. They said, hey, I'm not letting you hit 60-60. You're just going to get that 160 off.
Yeah, for sure.
But sure, I mean, either way, like, getting attack off this turn is what Jared needs to do.
Yeah.
But I do not see a Max Elixir or a way to switch out the Shaman, so not the best.
Yeah.
And he does have a Reverse Valley as well, so he can't put down any more Pokemon.
The Paralysis is really hurting Jared right now.
Really hurting.
He can't power up a big Yveltal EX. He can't. And I wonder if he plays Delinquent or, the other
Valley
stadium.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Reverse Valley maybe. So we'll see Sycamore. Oh, he discards a Parallel City, Shaman, and an End. So he's going to get set up here. It didn't look like he discarded energies, which is what you kind of want to do when you have this Carbink break in the active spot. Now, he did get on that Power Memory, which is very scary.
It is very scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. And then, I guess the good thing about Jared is Zygarde, or that Garbodor is in place, so the fighting fury for Evital is actually in effect. So
Yeah. There's this thing where Jared might be like taking a long time to get going, but Wesley's not putting too much pressure either. Like, after he KOs whatever Yveltal is up with the Zygarde, I mean, he's gonna be left energyless unless he takes a KO with the third attack. So
yeah, but even taking a knockout the third attack on the Evital is gonna be near impossible. It's only doing 140, then minus 20 resistance, 120.
So the fighting fury belt.
And the fighting fury belt. So it's so much HP, and with the resistance as well, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a pass with Jared again? Okay, all right. Well, this is an exciting game, too, so far.
Yeah. Very, very slow pace for this game, too, compared to game 1, where Jared was able to go super aggressive, and he had, like, what, 8 energy in play towards the end. Now he's struggling to get going, and wow.
Oh, so will we see a power memory? I think we're going to see a power memory here.
Yeah, I think
he's
so, too.
I think he's going to knock it out, take his only attacker out of the game, and that's 2 DCs gone as well.
2 DCs gone indeed,
with
no damage dealt.
Yeah, so I'm going to discard the 3 energies. It might seem bad, though, but he can always send the carbine back up and just get the energies back.
Yeah, so and it all comes down to that parallel city. Jared, I don't know if he got greedy by trying to find the max elixir. I don't think he did. Yeah. I think I would have done the same, but now he's stuck with 2 Shaman and a Garbodor, none of which can really threaten or damage Wesley at this point. And he really needs to get that Yveltal EX going if he's going to have a chance at this game.
Yeah, I think if you're Jared this turn, you will at least try to hit a DCE to try to pick up one of those Shamans. Now, I do see a reverse valley in his hand, so he does have a way to get out of this parallel city. But you don't want to play it down to you for sure. Yeah. You don't want to waste the stadium by just randomly throwing it down.
Yeah, definitely. So. Because Wesley, we know and Jared should know, he runs more than one parallel city. So
yeah,
he could get trapped again if he does immediately play it.
So he needs to be very careful and decide when to exactly put this down. So it looks like he's trying to go for that Sky Return play, but that's not good.
That's another energy attachment you're gonna lose. And yep. So he passes on to Wesley.
Alright, but Wesley's turn, there's the fighting, and does he have a switch or an Olympia? If he could do that, he could Diamond Gift for no damage, but start loading that Zygarde back up and just getting ready for that power member. And there's a switch.
There's a switch.
And that's the second switch. He's already discarded one early, so.
The Olympia is already in the discard, I believe. So
okay.
Every Verse Seeker can potentially be an Olympia.
Yeah. This will Zygarde becomes so strong, like just being able to do potentially 240 with 2 strongs is amazing. Like that knocks out pretty much everything in Jared's deck.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
So yeah, going to attach those 2 strongs and going to do 0 to that to Shaman. Now he's going to play Enhanced Hammer, discard that strong energy, and a Reverse Valley. Then I think he's going to play the Sycamore, just trying to put some kind of Pokemon down while you can, or he could end as well.
Do you think Jared maybe plays Ninja Boy, and that's why the energy on Shaman there is not?
I don't know, man. Anything's possible now with these decks. Yeah. Like because all he's playing is Dark. He could have space for it. He plays Enhanced Hammer, might as well maybe play it. So
yep.
I don't know. It's a lot to see what's going to happen. I just hope that the baby Zygarde is going to attack.
Yeah, I really want to see a Rumble. I really, really want to see a Rumble.
Oh, man. Because he can bring the Garbodor up and just Rumble it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Rumble does damage, right? So
yeah, it does damage.
Garbodor
yeah, it will get knocked out, yeah.
Okay, so...
He did get the Sky turn. Going to do the 30 because the Garbodor is in play. So we'll see what happens on Wes's turn.
Wait, he found he double Enhanced Hammer the previous turn. That's really good.
Oh, he did do Enhancers. Yeah. Oh, my lord. So basically he just said, all right, your attack was useless last turn. Yeah. We'll just pretend like you didn't do that attack.
Yeah, but then again, Jared doesn't have a single energy in play either, so it's really rough for him.
Yeah.
Wesley will simply Diamond Gift and get the energy back. So
and all those Enhanced Hammers are wasted. Yeah. Now, I mean, if you're Jared, would you maybe have discarded the strong energy off the Zygarde, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think he fears Rumble too much at this point. He's more worried about delaying the Zygarde and potentially buying himself enough time to power up his own Evoltal EX.
That's true.
To at least 2-hit KO
So
the Zygarde. But he's really gonna need to hit those max elixir soon, otherwise he's gonna be so far behind in energy.
So Wesley's gonna Sycamore here, discarding an enhanced hammer. I might have just kept it in his diamond gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But maybe he's trying to dig.
Because you know Jared just Sky returned with a DCE.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean delaying or removing a third DCE from play, that would really limit Jared's damage output.
I mean, maybe he's trying to dig for a Via Seeker, so as soon as Jared puts down Evital EX,
Yeah.
you just meet a Life Center and knock it out. Like, because he's gonna put 3 on the Zygarde. This Zygarde's about to do something. He's about to do, like, I know the first attack's Rumble, but I'm not even 100% positive what the second one.
And there's the DC, and now Jared's the one with a bench control. Wesley's down to 3 bench Pokemon, and he cannot use Shaman anymore. So.
I mean, we wouldn't be able to use Shaman regardless.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
But I mean, the Paralyticity doesn't hurt Wesley too much. Like, he already has his taggers in the field. He's good.
He has what he needs. And
I guess with this, you're saying, hey, this Paralyticity is staying. Like, I know you play Paralicities, but you're not Paralyzing me down to 3 anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We do see a max elixir. Jared finds a ton of energy right there.
So he is going to be able to hit this turn.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, did Wesley maybe misplay the energy and should have attached onto the Zygarde? He will take a minute to read the baby Zygarde.
To know what the Zygarde does exactly. So we'll have to find out here in a second. What would the Zygarde do? What? I know Rumble for sure. I think it does 30, and that can't retreat. Or maybe 10, I can't retreat. It's one of those two.
He goes for the Y Cyclone.
Okay. So maybe he's scared. Maybe Jared knows that Zygarde. Maybe he knows how strong it is.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think Wesley plays Max Elixir? Like, would you play Max Elixir in that deck? Probably not. So there's no reason to fear the Power of Memory attack so far.
So we see the Zygarde, it does 0 strike for 120.
Yeah. So with the 3 strong, that's 180.
But that's still not even enough to knock out of. Oh man, yeah. Still not enough.
Yeah, I wonder what Wesley was thinking when he powered up Zygarde. Like, it's fancy, but is it really useful?
I don't know. He looks like he's doing it. It looks like he's going to hit it with the Geo Strike.
Yeah, and he's going to deal 10 damage to his own bench Pokemon.
Yep. All right. So, I mean, this does give like a non-EX attacker that Jared has to take down this turn. Like, if he doesn't take it down, well, it's going to Geo Strike again. So.
Now, once this active Zygarde does go down, the other Zygarde can or should be able to take a KO on the active Evoltal EX, and then he will maybe have enough energy to power memory the next Evoltal EX. So now that I think about it, it's not a bad play to go for the Geostrike right there. But the resistance comes into play, and if Jared finds another Fighting Fury belt, it's going to be really hard for Wesley to KO the brand new Evoltal.
That's true. Now the question is, if Wesley attaches energy, can Jared get a knockout the following turn easily on the Zygarde? It has 180 HP left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If he gets a DCE, he can do it fairly easily.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Another DC does it, but he only has 1 left.
Oh, man.
And I don't think his deck is too thin at this point. But he decides to attach the energy, so now a single Darkness. Maybe he has a Lysander. If you Lysander right now and KO the bench Evoltal EX, then could you KO the active with a single energy?
No, you need a DCE to knock it out. I think he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's only doing 140, so he needs a DCE this next turn.
We see an Ultra Ball discarding another Power Memory and an N.
No, I did Delinquent. See the hand?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a Delinquent. Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because if that was in, I imagine you play it.
Yeah.
I think Jared has plenty of cards in hand to an in. Trying to put him down. So we're definitely gonna see a knockout this turn. So there's the end. There we go. Okay. All right. So I think this Zygarde is gonna at least take 4 prize cards.
I don't know. Can Jared find an energy?
Yeah. Can he find the DC or not? That's if he doesn't find the DC. You think Wesley might have it? Maybe.
Yeah, because Wesley will heal the damage off. That's what you would expect him to do, right? So Jared, well, he could find an energy and a fighting fury belt. Oh, but he
does.
the
Ooh,
DCC.
so now he needs to find a fighting fury. I forgot that he gets Soulstorm to heal it. So yeah, now he needs to find either a max elixir or a fighting fury to actually knock this guy out.
No, but he top decked the DC.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the bench one. He needs.
Does he? He would have 5 energy plus his 3. That's yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So he needs a Soulstorm here just to heal that 10 damage.
Yeah.
Take the knockout and force Jared to have either a max elixir or a fighting fury belt to knock out this active.
And hit the max elixir. And off of 4 cards, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, we for sure know he has the DCE. So, but he's already played a couple. We saw at least, I know for sure at least 1 or 2 fighting fury belts.
Yeah.
You gonna say?
He Ultra Balls away the Prowl CD, finds another Fright Night Veltal, and he's taking a look at his deck. So he's trying to figure out if he can get close enough to that Fighting Fury belt, if he can get close enough to a Max Elixir, and still leave an energy in his deck in order to hit it with the Max Elixir.
Yeah, it's rough, but it is possible. Now, I mean, if you're Jared here and you don't have it, who do you retreat to? Oh, he's actually commit the energy on that guy. Wow. Retreat, and why Cyclone?
Yeah. Or is he? Looks like he goes for Evil Ball, so that's the last DCE.
Yep.
It's actually the last DCE he has.
So we can see a power member for knockout. And then it's Carbink versus Zygarde.
Yeah. But he actually... We were thinking that he attached the DC in order to deal as much damage as possible, but no, Jared still has the DC.
Yeah, he still has the DC, yeah, because he attached the Dark to the Fright Night Evital. Yeah,
so he can still Fright Night, and Wesley will take the KO. That Zygarde will go down next turn, but Wesley's down to 1 prize only.
And here's the thing, that Fright Night's going to start smacking for 60 to the bench. Yep. So... we're gonna see 60 and 60. Gonna see that Carping up. Yep. Going to get a diamond gift off, but how can Jared pull? How can he take this last 2 prize cards this turn?
In time, I don't think he can.
Yeah, I don't think he can either.
Wow.
And a Sinner Lady. Oh my goodness. So now we know. Now, if you're Wesley, would you might have held on to that Sinner Lady?
I don't think so.
So that way your opponent doesn't know you play it.
But.
I don't think he gets knocked out no matter what.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you could consider that.
Yeah, because now it's like a sleeper kind of thing. Like your opponent doesn't know you play Sinner Lady. You're like, I guess it doesn't matter too much. As soon as it comes down, the math is irrelevant. But
we see that. I think that's the first Max Elixir of the match, or the second rather. But Jared actually whiffs.
Yeah.
There, and doesn't look like he'll be able to do too much to that bench Zygarde to prevent.
Yeah, as long as Wesley has the energy, he wins the game right here. Attach, use the Land's Wrath, and there it is. Yeah.
So he will
energy
be
retreat and hit for
50 minus the resistance, just enough to deal 130 damage and bring us to a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
And now take a look at the time. There's 16 minutes left. Therefore, this second game took about 24 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 20 plus, yeah.
So, like I mentioned, if Wesley had conceded that first game earlier, he would maybe have more time to complete that third game. But now, if we get a longer game, like we just saw, it might come down to a tie.
That's very true. I mean, that's sometimes the difference too, playing like a lot of years, and sometimes some people they just always give the chance, like, oh, I can make the comeback, I can do this, I can win this game. But then, because the tie here, it's essentially, maybe it doesn't hurt both players, but you definitely want to win here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when I make my videos, I always try to advocate, like, when you're playing online, try to play it out, because your opponent might make a mistake, your opponent might give you a window to come back, or things might just align themselves in order for you to win. But when you're in a tournament, you have to really think through, like, if you have a 20% chance to win the current game, do you really go for it, or do you rather go for the 60-40 favorable matchup in games 2 and 3?
Yeah.
So I think it's better in the long run if you concede games that you're very unlikely to win, or that you need some extreme circumstances for you to win. and just move on to a quicker game 2 and game 3.
Yeah, I think like if it's like 6 to 2 prize cards left, and you're like nothing, your field's not set up, you probably should just like concede like no matter what kind of thing. So we see Jared Mulligan, and I see Jared. He is shuffling fast. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows like the time is a factor. You do not want to take a tie here.
Yeah.
So.
Neither player wants a tie here because that forces them to win out the last round in order to make top 8.
Yeah.
So.
Because whoever wins could just tie the next round on purpose, or ID next round as we call it, and guarantee themselves 31 points, top 8. We're good to go. Here we go, trying to battle out for finals. And $5,000.
Yeah, exactly. $5,000 is a lot of money.
Oh yeah. All right, but here we go. Ooh, Jared starts a Shaman.
He is going first though, so hopefully he can recover off of that.
And you can see he is playing fast. He's gonna train himself for Ultra Ball. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. I mean, it doesn't look like Jared has too much in his hand. I do not see a supporter card, and he's gonna have to get a Shaman.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think his plan maybe is maybe DC the active, and so you get Shaman for more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he is going first, so he won't even be able to get back.
Yeah, he won't be able to
Shaman.
Sky Return. Yeah, there's a Floatstone. Does he commit that DC or not? He has a Fighting Field, which he can't attach. He's got a DC, and we're just going to see Shaman for 3. Dark, and a Parallel City. Oh, no. Now, on a Wesley's turn, you got to know that Jared doesn't have anything. And we're just going to pass. Now, this could be very, very bad. We know Wesley plays multiple Enhanced Hammers.
Indeed.
There it is. Yeah,
Ooh,
like right
boy.
from the start.
So
And
now Jared might not even be able to recover that Shaman to try and draw more cards.
Yeah, so I mean, you knew that Wesley plays like Enhanced Hammer, so he just played really fast, and
Wesley does have an N in his hand. So after seeing what happened in game 1, he doesn't have on turn 1, he doesn't have a Niveltal on the bench. He simply attached to the Shaman and rushed it into the active slot to potentially use the Sky Return. So I don't think you play the end. You play the slow game. You play because I don't think he has anything else. But you should just be patient here if you're Wesley.
Yeah, you definitely just want to get a Carbine Breakout, start setting up, be good to go, and So we see Ultra Ball for Shaman. So he's going to Shaman, try to draw into maybe a Sycamore, maybe another Pokemon like a Zygarde.
Yeah. And if you take a look at the players' webcams, you can see how Jared is kind of like frustrated or defeated.
Yeah.
And if you're Wesley and you take note of that, then it makes it even less likely that I will end you if it's me playing.
Yeah, we're gonna see a License here just so you can draw more with the Shaman, which I do like a lot. Now he is parallel down to 3, and I do not think I saw a Pokemon.
No, I don't think so either.
He did get a Carving and another Enhanced Hammer. Okay, that could be huge, maybe. But we're just gonna pass on to Jared's turn, and he top decks a DCE, so he is gonna get another Sky Return off this turn. But I don't think he's gonna be able to set up for any cards.
At most 1, I think.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look, and he will have to attach the energy.
But we see a top decks of Sycamore showing it like, I had it in, but I'm not playing that.
Yeah. And there's a
Zygarde and Ultra Ball, so he can get a Carping out, put an energy on it, and put a lot of pressure on Jared. Wow.
Are we going to see Zygarde topple Yveltal? There's 11 minutes left, so Wesley could definitely rush out the game here and win it out if Jared doesn't get anything going.
Yep. So we're going to see what happens. We're for sure going to see an Ultra Ball for a Carbine Break, unless he prizes them all.
Yeah, which I don't think is very likely.
I mean, we thought game 1 he prized multiple because he Ultra Ball and didn't get a Carbine Breakout. So, but we're for sure going to see a Diamond Gift, most likely. So, hopefully, right?
Yeah. And Wesley is looking through his deck. So even though you know you're hard pressed for time, it's good to take a few seconds to make sure you know what's in there, to make sure nothing key is prized, or if it is, you don't play or make plays thinking you will have access to any card, and it's not available to you. But we do see the Carving Break, we see an attachment to the bench Zygarde, and we will see a Diamond Gift.
Yep, no attach 2 or just 1? No, 2. All right, so on to Jared's turn, top decks it in, so he will get in out of this, but there is a Zygarde already set up, so he has a DCE. Do you attach it? Do you not attach it?
I think you do because otherwise, yeah, you're just way too behind.
All right, he
on
does get a
energy
deal. Okay,
attachments.
so now we're good. Fighting for your belt, so we're good now. Jared can live for a couple more turns.
Yep. And
There's an end. All right.
if you hit a couple of max elixirs, Jared could actually come back into this, I think.
Now the thing about Jared though, he does not have a guard border out yet.
Yeah.
So the carbings are safe because of safeguard. So that's nothing to note as well. So we're going to see end. Both players are going to shove up. Wesley's not going to complain. I'm taking new hand to 6 all day.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Especially this early on.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. I mean, can Wesley find? I don't know. Well, I was going to say power memory, but he doesn't have a strong energy on that Zygarde. Oh, but there's 2 strong energies in Zygarde. So
Yeah. And a Fighting Fury belt as well, so he should be able to take a KO on a Shaman potentially.
yeah.
And if you're Jared and you don't have any other Pokemon, yeah, there it is. You don't want Yveltal to get damaged first.
All right. So if you're Wesley here, do you try to? I mean, strong energy and fighting Fury is nice, right?
Yeah.
But you can't knock out the Eevee EX later on.
Yeah,
That's
because
the only
you
problem.
won't be able to play the power memory.
Yeah, so that's the weird thing here. Do you commit a strong fighting field, knock out the active, and that's what we're going to see here. We're going to see that play come down. And a second more, discarding that. Oh, it's a Rumble Zygarde. I thought it was a regular.
Yeah.
No, it is Zygarde EX.
Yeah, but it's because Paralysis is in
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
so he couldn't bench
Yeah.
either. And he
Hey,
does find a Faded
Town.
Town.
There we go.
Wow.
But this comes down. Do you play the Faded Town right now, or do you hold on to it?
True.
Because we're gonna. I don't think he has another Pokemon in his hand.
Now, I mean, if you KO the Shaman right now, Jared has to promote the Yveltal, and therefore he cannot max Elixir onto it.
That's
so
true.
he should be safe
Yeah.
from an attack, and if he can 2-hit KO the Yveltal, he should be good.
Oh, there's an Enhanced Hammer, and he has an Ultra Ball, but that fighting field's in the active already, so he can't like float stone or retreat or anything like that. But we're gonna see a Dark Energy on the active.
Yeah, and an N. So if Jared's gonna be able to come back into this, then this is definitely how he will be able to do it.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, you find more bench Pokemon, and well, you find more Pokemon to bench, and then you find a few max elixirs maybe, and hopefully a Trubbish, because even if you deal with the active Zygarde, you cannot touch the Carbinks, and we have 7 minutes left, so we could be seeing a tie here.
Yeah. So both players are gonna set up. Wesley is gonna get 4 while Jared's gonna get 6. And we see an Ultra Ball, and some Max Elixir, so he could potentially set up some more Pokemon, but Jared has to get some Eevee EX out with a bunch of energies, or he would not be able to take these knockouts. So Zygarde has 230 again.
Yeah.
230 HP. That is a tank.
That's a lot of HP for a
yeah.
non-mega Pokemon.
Yeah. But the good thing is, I don't know if Zygarde can it 2-shot this Eevee EX? 110 minus 20, 90, 180. No, I can't even 2-shot
At this
Yeah.
point, no.
Yeah.
You can't.
So that's the bad thing. Like, both sides are in a weird position.
Yeah. I think we did see Wesley draw more than one strong energy off of that Sycamore. Maybe
Okay.
I'm mistaken, but as long as he finds that extra strong energy, he will be able to 2-hit KO the Yveltal. But we do see Jared discard not only a Garb, but a Float Stone.
Yeah. It's like he's. But I think at this point, if you're Wesley, you really can't go for the carving strategy to stall for too long because of time.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe Jared realizes he's probably not going to win this match. So, I don't know. I mean, there's no reason to set up Garb. He does hit the energy off of the Max Elixir though, so that's good news for him. And
Yeah.
he immediately passes.
Yeah, so I mean, no, Jared, he wants to win this. He is
Yeah.
playing fast. He's like, all right, I'm just going to Eevee EXs, and I'm going to blow you up that way. I think that's his plan.
Maybe he has X Maniac, and therefore can still damage the Carbink through the ability
Yeah.
without Carpenter. That's a possibility too.
But let's see. I don't think I see a strong energy. I'm going to see a fighting on another Zygarde. We might see a retreat and see a diamond gift. He has to discard all 3, though. That's the only downside of this.
Yep.
He will hit for 0 damage thanks to that resistance. But he does get a Zygarde down, which is fantastic. And a
With
power
a
memory.
power
That's what we
memory.
want. So we're going to see diamond gift. But does he have 2 strongs in the discard pile?
I think he does.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think he does.
Yeah.
And this puts a ton of pressure on Jared. And
Ooh,
there's the too strong.
So yeah, there's the V-Seeker. Does he have? Do you play in? Yeah, gonna play in. But all Wesley needs next turn is an energy, and he's knocking out this Evital EX.
Yeah, Jared won't be able to touch that Carpink, even if he finds an escape rope. Wesley can simply promote the other Carpink in order to prevent Jared from dealing any damage. And Wesley is sitting pretty here. I think if he had, I don't know, 5 more minutes, the ones that he didn't save off of game 1, maybe he would have a chance to close out this game. But with only 4 minutes left in the round, I'm not entirely sure.
It's going to be close because Wesley's he's going to take a knockout next turn most likely, right?
Yeah.
Then he gets 2 turns. He gets a turn to Diamond Gift and then try to take a knockout most likely, depending on how fast these turns go.
And I don't know, if Wesley has a Lysander, he could Lysander KO the Shaman and without discarding all the energy, and then he could take a knockout.
That's
on
very true.
EX, so
you could save the energies for Power Memory later. So we're going to see a Max Luke turn. We're going to see a whiff this turn. All right. So maybe, like you said, maybe Wesley goes for that Lysander Shaman. Land pulse for knockout.
And Jared passes without dealing any damage. Does have the Fright Night Eveltal almost ready to go, but we do see a Verse Seeker right there.
He's gonna play Sycamore, so no energies. All right, so let's see. Does he at least find a fighting energy? And there's a fighting energy, so he could. I mean, do you take the knockout right now? I feel like you do, right?
I don't know. Like you go down to 2 prizes. The players definitely don't know how much time left is in the round, but they have to be aware they've been playing for quite a while now.
Now, what you could do is Diamond Gift to the other bench Zygarde and be okay that way.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Like, so that way you can knock out the Shaman later on if you needed to. So we'll see what Wesley decides to do here. Does he retreat and go for this Power Memory knockout, or does he try to get into the Zygarde ready to go? Alright, we're going to see here in a second. He's trying to see, so he's definitely seeing how many fighting is in the discard pile.
And with so few minutes left, it's, I don't know, the tie. I feel like the game's going to tie. I don't think they have enough turns.
So there's 2 fighting.
Yeah.
So maybe next turn, if Wesley can Power Memory Evital, then follow that by Lysander Shaman, or either way, like Lysander Shaman, then Power Memory, he wins the game.
But he will need a strong energy because of the Shaman's resistance, right?
Yeah, true.
So Wesley needs the exact amount of cards in order to win.
Oh, but we'll see a Lysander bring that up. It's not going to take a knockout this turn. But he can put heavy damage on it. Heavy damage. But now he doesn't have to waste a Lysander. That's the great thing. He doesn't have to waste a Lysander this turn.
True.
He can save it via Seeker. He has a Pokemon. I think he has a Pokemon Center in his hand. I don't know if that matters or not.
I'm not entirely sure if he does. He does.
Yeah.
Uses it, and he will remove all energy. So now even Eveltal EX will not deal a ton of damage.
Yep. So you see Flowstone. And Jared right now has no cards in his hand.
No cards. Yeah.
No cards. If Wesley finds a strong Lysander, he wins this turn.
Yep.
So we'll see. All right. So you were talking about time, but hey, time.
Yeah. Both players playing super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
So 120 with that Zygarde has 70 HP left, and up to it's Wesley's game to lose kind of right now.
Yep. Wesley gets rid of the twins in order to not give Jared
but
6
no
brand new
Shaman.
cards.
He does have a strong. He has a Zygarde. All right, but it looks like he would not take the game right now. I don't think I saw another Shaman in his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cards.
Yeah, he has a pretty big hand, but he passes. Wow, without attaching energy.
So we're going to see Jared pass too. He's not going to take the knockout. He knows.
Yikes.
He knows what's going to happen if he takes a knockout. He hits a Lysander. He's going to he's going to hit a Sycamore. Okay.
That's pretty good for Jared.
All right. So you saw that Jared did have a knockout, right? He could knock him out, whatever.
Yep.
But he knows, hey, my Shaman's going to get knocked out. It could potentially be knocked out. So let's see if he decides to take a knockout here. If he does, that's pretty much game. I saw Wesley did have an energy in his hand. A strong energy. And yeah, just another pass. All right.
Wow, chooses not to attack.
There's a fighting energy. We're going to start seeing Lance pulls for 20 damage.
20 damage indeed.
20 plus 20, but then, yeah. So there's a Lysander, okay. Let's see what Jared decides to do here.
Oh boy.
There's a VS Seeker, okay.
Do you think it was a mistake by Jared not to attack the previous turn?
So that's time. What would you say?
Do you think it was a mistake by Jared not to deal damage to the active Zygarde the previous turn?
I don't know. Okay, what's going to happen here is Jared can't win.
Jared cannot.
He cannot win.
Well, he could.
He has 6 prize cards left.
Oh yeah, never mind. I
Yeah.
thought he was down to 4. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He cannot win.
So what's going to happen is Wesley's going to have a turn of diamond gifting. He can put where he wants to. He can maybe get another Zygarde down, attach too strong to it.
If he can retreat.
Yeah, if he
Yes.
can retreat, yeah.
Jared might simply not
attack again.
Not
yeah.
attack, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's true as well. So we're gonna see. Now, if this game continued out, you would assume that Wesley would win this.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. Like 6-2. This is what we were talking about earlier. Like, if Wesley had conceded game 1.
Yeah, much earlier.
But no, he's going to take the knockout. Okay, all right.
Wow.
So they take a knockout, going out of 4, and does Wesley have? I think I saw Sycamore
I think so
fighting
too.
Fury Belt, and we're going to see. Oh, he has an energy. I think you might commit this to the Carbink. And the reason why you committed to Carbink so that way Jared can't Lysander stall.
True.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very interesting scenario for Wesley because I think he has a Sycamore as well in his hand.
Yeah, I know for sure he has a Sycamore.
But if he doesn't find the Lysander, Jared could simply retreat into the Friday Night Yveltal, and therefore Wesley would have no way to Lysander up for the win.
So we see a Carbink break, we see a strong energy, I see a bunch of stuff, but I actually don't see a VS Seeker, which is the key thing right now. He needs a VS Seeker to win, or another Zygarde, and try to get a Power Memory the following turn.
Yeah. Or he could 2-hit KO the active.
Well, he's turn 1.
Yveltal EX. Yeah, but looks okay. No.
Yeah, he's going to Diamond Gift. All right.
Okay, so it's going for the Lysander play.
Yep. So he's going to put 2 Strongs on that bench. Zygarde saying, hey, if I get a VS Seeker, I win.
Indeed.
All right, so it's going to come to this. We know Wesley does not have a VS Seeker in his hand right now.
What does Jared do? He's turn 2 of the turns.
Yeah,
so
there's no way he can win. So what you're trying to do right now is prevent Wesley from winning.
yeah, exactly.
Essentially. So see reverse value. Okay, gonna bump the Parallel City.
And he has a DC. No, he has a DC. Okay, so looks like he does have the Lysander to KO Zygarde. But I think I would have simply retreated.
No, he can't license his Zygarde. He has 240 HP. It's way too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then why wouldn't you attach the DC to Shaman Retreat and prevent that from being a target? He has no way to KO
he
an
could
Yveltal
have
EX.
Sky Return. Yeah, he could have Sky Return. Yeah. He could have Sky Return, protected the Shaman from being knocked out. Wesley's gonna get 3 cards. If one of these is a VS Seeker, he essentially guarantees top 8.
He guarantees top 8 indeed.
So we'll see. Does he find 1 and 2?
And he's not gonna look
He's
at
not
that.
gonna show us. He's not gonna show us. All right. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. He's not even taking knockouts turn.
Jared passes.
All right. Does he have a VS Seeker? 1,
1,
2. There's a VS
does
Seeker. He
have
got
a
it.
VS
He can VS Seeker, bring up the Shaman, and win the game. Like Pablo said, if he had Sky Return last turn, he could have prevented this game. He could have prevented this, and he's gonna license to bring the Shaman up.
Yikes. That's such a misplay by
Oh
Jared.
man.
That is such a misplay by Jared.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
really should have Sky returned.
But
He
yeah,
had
Jared,
the DC.
Wesley, going to advance top 8. It's going to top 8.
Wesley guarantees top 8 now with 31 points. Jared is now out of top 8.
No, he's out.
He has 28 points.
No. 28? No.
3 times
28.
that.
28,
yeah. So if he wins the next
if he
round,
wins,
he
he
can still kind of.
Yeah, so Zygarde Carbink.
Zygarde Carbink is in top 8 of Fort Wayne Regionals.
All right, guys, we got one more round left of Swiss, and then we'll cut to top 8 after that. But guys, stay here soon. We'll see what happens in round number 5.